I'll discuss the different modes of travel I have seen and experienced in the UK. Does walking need its own section? Well, yes, because there are rules to follow and precautions to take. I have discussed the traffic lights for pedestrians in a previous video. All I can add is walking is much safer in Glasgow compared to India at least. Sometimes the roads or pavements do require repairs, in which case proper arrangements and signs are made for the safety of pedestrians. Google Maps is very accurate and helpful in showing walkways away from traffic, which can be a crucial time-saving shortcut. Also, if you are planning to walk towards a destination which is more than 5 minutes away, you should pack a raincoat or a waterproof jacket with you. It helps if it is windproof as well. Glasgow and almost every city in the UK is cycle friendly. The more people ride cycles, the less pollution there is. Cycles are called bikes in the UK, whereas back home in India, a bike is a requirement for a boy to become a man. The same word can have different meanings depending on geography. You can buy a second-hand cycle by searching online, as many students do. I bought a cycle in my first month here and sold it when my course ended. I used it to explore Glasgow and beyond. Left Glasgow a few times and came back as well. There are pumps for public use in many locations across the city, and most roads have a bike lane. Bike lanes have their own traffic lights. But some roads don't indicate the designated path for cyclists. And if you get it wrong and cycle where you are not supposed to, Scottish pedestrians will use some very colorful language to let you know. If you buy a cycle, make sure to store it in a weatherproof area, as the moist UK weather will damage it, requiring frequent repairs. I have seen sheds like this for cycles. No idea how to get access though. I found this in south side of Glasgow. It keeps a record of how many cyclists have passed in a day and in a year. There is an option to rent cycles as well. You will see these all over the city. But I don't know much about them as I never used them. I have not driven a car in Glasgow, but I have been in a few. Now this was shocking to me. People don't use the horn to say hi. Born and raised in India, I thought that was a rule of saying hi to strangers from your car. Or maybe Scottish people lack the average Indian driver's hatred for silence and peace. The number of electric cars is increasing as I saw parking spaces with charging ports and individual charging ports outside restaurants, offices, and tourist sites. Scotland and the UK in general takes advantage of the wind by converting it to energy using its many wind farms. But that's a different video. As a student, you can rent cars, but you need to have a license, and there are other rules to follow, depending on where you are from, the type of car you want to rent, and the duration you want it for. Taxis are expensive if you are living on a budget. Students usually take a taxi if they have heavy luggage with them, or if they are earning more than enough by working part-time. Use Google Maps for the different routes and bus numbers, and talk to people who use the bus regularly. Getting a bus pass is a good idea if you plan on using the bus regularly. Know where the city's bus station is. For Glasgow, it is Buchanan Bus Station. People working there can help you and provide the relevant information. There are different stops for different buses. Google Maps will provide fairly accurate info. There are long-distance bus routes as well, but trains are much faster and they cost more. Trains run well in the UK for the oldest rail system on the planet. But constructions can obstruct routes. Strikes are also a concern as they can lead to cancellation of trains for few consecutive days. So, check the news before booking a ticket. If the weather permits, you can see the British countryside from inside the train. Every major city has their own underground train track, though the name changes throughout the UK. Also, buying return tickets is more efficient compared to buying one-way tickets. Most flights into the UK land in London Heathrow. If you are on a budget, consider taking the subway from Heathrow to King's Cross and taking a train to your university's location. That is all for this video. I'll end by showing some of the many pictures I took while cycling in and around Glasgow, which, for me, is the best way to explore a city. Thanks for watching.